Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and Yap is here. So in our previous lesson, we talked about how we create a replication instance, and I did mention that we need to amend the security group at the RDS. So let's jump back to the lab first, and I'll show you how do we modify. Okay, the replication instance is ready now, and you can see it has a public IP address. Okay, let me attach my keyboard first. Okay, so now we will go back to configure the security group. Okay, we go back to the EC2. Okay, and let's go to the security group. Okay, as I mentioned, we will be editing on the DBSG. Okay, so now we will add another inbound rules. Okay, and we add the rules. Same, we will be selecting MySQL, and then we will copy the IP address. Let me launch another console. DMS. Make sure you know where to find all those details. If let's say we are going to find the replication instance, we need to go to DMS. If let's say we want to check for the security group, we need to go to EC2, right? So let's just copy this public IP address. Make sure it's set to public and accessible by public, and just paste it here. Okay. Okay, save rules. Okay, so what I done here is I enable the inbound rules from the the replication instance security group itself and the replication instance itself. So traffic from the security group or the RI itself can flow inside to the RDS. Alright. So the next thing we will talk about is the next thing is, let me just edit it here. Only accept traffic from RSG and RI. Okay, so this one is done. So for the next one, we will be configuring the source database. Okay, so this one is more on the database portion, which I'm not really familiar with, but I will just how to say, briefly explain it what to do on the database. Maybe you can ask your DB admin to do it, right? So now we have basically set up the things ready, and let me draw it out. Here is the DB, and we have an RI, okay, and we have the RDS. Okay, so the way we are using the way we configure the DMS to create a replication task, right, is using the CDC method, right? So CDC method is actually we call it change data capture. So we replicate the data for on-prem to the AWS RDS using this change data capture method, another fancy word. So actually to be frank, if let's say you go and Google it, it will give you a long explanation, but I simplify it as to replicate delta change in real time. Okay, so actually the CDC replicate from the on-prem to the AWS RDS by just replicate the delta change only, right? But in real time means if there is any changes in the on-prem database, it will automatically replicate to the AWS RDS, right? And another things, in order for this to happen, we need to enable the binary log. Yeah, you need to enable the binary log from the on-prem database. Okay, so what does it mean by binary log is actually quite simple as well. It's the log that collect the delta change in DB. So you need to maybe inform your database administrator to enable the binary log at the MySQL here, right? So you need to enable binary log in order for the log to collect the delta change, and then through the RI, it will replicate to the AWS RDS through the change data capture. Okay, so I think that's all for today lah. For the next session, I will teach you how to actually create the endpoint over here and here from the source to the target database. Alright, okay, I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching.